The best track of King of Fighters is this one. Fight me if you disagree. And I know you won't. Alright, so today we are going to work in some foreground work. Hey there, wee! How's it going? How's it going out there? Right, so let's get to work on this one. So this is gonna be the foreground for the servers here. I mean, if the server works, it's probably gonna be a little pretty wide one. So let's get some tricks. We got the size of it, so let's make the roof area of the server. We are going to using a 2-pixel angle for this. So probably you will find out how I start to make custom spriting. Hey there, exactly. Stormy saxophone, Super Smash Bros. U. You know what? I still believe this is the best version of Stormy Sax. This one is, without question, for me, the best version ever done. It's a nice jazz fusion one. Pretty stylish, super cool. For me, this is the definite version of Alashino saxophone. Let me get the size. It's gonna be reducing to how many? 44. Let's put 3 more. Wide. Let's make it this. There you go. There we go. You will see how I'm going to make this server. Probably a little bit messy at first, but then later on it's gonna be a little bit. It will make sense with whatever I am doing. Then afterwards we're just gonna copy and paste and make several servers the same style. There you go. It's gonna be contiguous. There you go. There you go. We have the cube of the server. Yeah, right? No, trust me, even the smaller stuff like this it has its own its own charm just to create a stage.
Can you see?
No, it's too dark.
The sun is shining on me.
Let's make
It
this
makes me feel so free. So alive.
This guy's a really great singer. On this song is this guy, Glenn, sings really cool. This guy is like he has a really vibe of Michael Jackson. Let's get back to work. So now we are using a higher tone here to add, volume to the cube so it doesn't look so flat. Been learning the best I could from the masters, from most of the best stage designers. Make it 8. So for this one, we're gonna use like vents, typical doors. Yeah, I've been working more into making my own sprites rather than just, Frankensteining.
There's nothing for me to do. Can you feel the sunshine too?
Let's make a small door.
And it makes me feel brand new when you're here.
I'm not sure if it's visible what I've been doing.
Everything's so clear.
This is too clear, so this is 40. This is 24, so let's get a color of 36. 32. This is to make the transition a little bit smoother. As you can see now,
Don't you feel that sometimes
on the server,
we just need to run
a little bit smoother.
Reach out for the sunshine. Just forget
Not so tight in the colors. Same here. So for this, we use this same color in one line.
when the sun goes down.
Here. And then another line to smooth using this tone. There you go. That's the trick. This is how you make the little trick. This is the same. You make the front wall a little bit smoother with just drawing a little line up front. But of course, these are servers. Let's make some vents, even though it's maybe not the same design, but at least try to make it look smoother. There you go. So now we have a server from the rear side. So what we're gonna do to add more character, let's put it snap. So we can want to go there. A, C, B. There you go. Let's duplicate. Some together. We put them all over. A, C, B. There you go. Now we start to put things together. Sometimes snapping don't let us have the right mix. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I have this one done almost in just a few seconds. We have all servers all together. There you go. So we can put at another row. Maybe we can put another, like some plants, like this one's a little bit here. Let me rename this. I like a certain OCD on my stuff, so I like to put things, you know, with a certain order. So let's put this foreground or FG. Right. Okay. Now we put them in the second row. As you can, Photoshop right now has really good functions. Like for example, if you want to put it, it helps you to align everything, and also helps you to count the pixels the way you move it. This way you can coordinate the size and whatever you're doing in a very precise manner. Alright, sure. Yes, I'm making a Streets of Rage remake. So this is for Zen Story that is here with Naticat here. So this is a mod we are working together, and well, you know, so I'm making a stage for it. This stage is almost done, but we only needed a foreground. That's the only thing it's needed. So as soon as I finish this, I make the layer, and then Natty will put them all together. So we have a full stage. Where are the plants? Here you go. So what we're gonna do with this plant? We're gonna cut the upper part of this. Go to the foreground layer. We have it here, and then we can have the idea. Maybe we can just doesn't look so, you know, just changing the size. There you go. We have a plant. We can put another one to add a little bit more style. Maybe a little bit smaller so it doesn't look out so verbatim. There you go. As you can see, I have a placeholder as a character. And we could, right, so this, hold on a second, sorry about that. Got a placeholder, so it's going to be one of the characters. So why am I putting a character here? The character that I put here is basically to measure the size of the plate. So, like for example, I put him here so he can say, okay, so this is the desk. Is this the right size where you can put a character? I mean, the height of a desk. Yeah, right. So it works the same. So it makes sense in dimensionality. So it should be in a good dimension. So that's basically what I always put with characters. Of course, they won't be appearing there, it's just a placeholder. And that's it. It's very simple, it's very easy. What can we do now, maybe in the foreground, to make it look even cooler, to make a screen? Let's make a little, the back part of a computer screen. We prepare cube. Put a little line. Fire more laser. Color.
Let me see it.
Let's make that, no, this is the same colors, let's make it a little bit darker. There you go. This is the monitor of a computer. 11. No. And there you go. There you have it. This is a monitor. A simple monitor. Back. Very simple. Nothing fancy. So you put those together. Yeah. It's like another computer screen. And there you go. Let's save this or anything. And let's make the layer of the foreground. Open a new one. And there you go. Layers ready. Let me check out the size of this. It's 45. Fantastic. Why is it important to have the right size in the foreground? Unfortunately, it cannot. If the size of the layer it's in odd number, in even numbers, it won't clip to the bottom. This is what happens. So you have to make sure that your layer is in odd numbers. So in this case it's 45, so it's gonna be clipped. Right. So let's save this one. Right, let's put it here because let's make it a PNG. Server room foreground. No, it's not. There we go. And that's it. We got the foreground of this stage ready and fully layered. So I'm gonna be just forwarding this. There you have it. The server room is almost ready. So let me just give you a little idea how it's looking so far this stage. So this is what we've been doing so far on this stage. So we still need the foreground, so it's still not there. So I'm gonna be either I can mount it myself so you can see how it looked like, or we can put all the stuff together. Give me one little second. I will close the window a little bit so when I can convert this so you can see the magic. One second, I'm here with you right now. So just give me one little moment. Right, so let's take a quick look. Let's put the foreground. This is the one we're going to be using. Still I have some work. So once again, this is just a test. I'm going to be sending this just to have a little test. It's going to make it just neat. I mean, Natty is making the real one. So this is just a, just a little test. Right? So let's see, it's number 8 here. Let's center it up. And let's put this side. There you go. Make it in 240. Move on, it's way too far away. Way too much. I like it static with no scroll. There you go. So this is now let me move it a little bit. There you go. This is how it will look. Fantastic, well done, Nancy. I was just showing everybody how is the process to make the foreground, make a stage. So I will put quiet a little bit to Chisuru's, and let's take a look. Idea. Of course, Natty is going to make it look better because she already made some upgrades. So this is just a placeholder for the new stuff, just so you can take a quick look. How's the place looking like? There you go. There's the foreground. And just to think, I made this one in very few minutes. See? There's still some work to do, so you will see the final work. There you go. Right, so just please give me one little moment. Let's go back to listen to fading. Yeah, sure, don't worry about it, I know. The idea was just to show them what's all about. But of course, we need the dim lights, we need all the stuff. It was just a little tutorial, tutorial of sorts to show how I do things, how I do this stuff. But of course, I know for sure you're going to give them what's the real. Excellent. So, yeah, so this is how Natty Cat and me, we always do some teamwork. So right now, I have the main design of this. So she was going to be adding some extra stuff, like some dim lights. Of course, she's going to make the anime positioning, make the music. It's going to be the music is going to put, of course, the OG with the music going on there. And basically it's mounting up all the stuff. It's gonna be looking fantastic. Just rest assured that what's coming up is gonna be fucking cool. So Zen Stories is coming your way and it's looking great, that's for sure. Let's go, well, I guess by right now this stage is a wrap. So let's work on another one that I've been doing, which is a lobby. This is a classy lobby style. I am using as a base a background from Mutation Nation on this one. Yes, this is the Hakeshi Rhythmic Hallucination. Fantastic track. I love this track. So well, this one is the lobby of the same building, the RMR. But I am using as a base just the structure of Mutation Nation stage. So I'm gonna get rid of that. What I've been doing is just using the floor. I really like the floor, it's pretty classy on this one. And let's clean up all those glass shards that are there. No longer shard glasses. There you go. Beautiful, clean. Anyway, there's not gonna be windows there. This is just the entrance of the lobby. Yesterday when I started this stage, there was no more glass shards. So now we're just taking a quick look at that. I was having some ideas how to work in some lobbies. I've been checking out all the stuff like reception desks. Fantastic design. For example, I love the wood panels here. Really classy stuff. And this is no exception. I want to make something classy, make something cool for the office reception, because it's supposed to be like the places that is the RMR um, RMR corporate offices, right? So it has to look classy, it has to look stylish. I mean, despite being a fucking umbrella company that it's for Mr. X, it still has to have the appearance to be a more classy place. So let's take a quick, let's just remember the style. For example, this is one of the offices of the same place, the RMR, Zero Corporation. I made this stage a couple of years ago when we got stopped this one. As you can see, layout is classy, you know, wooden panels. This is one of my favorite stages. Also, I made a lot of effects this with a lot of manual work. Same, classy. This is like a director's office, very classy. So basically, the RMR, it's very classic office. It's very classy. It's very cool. And so yeah, we want to keep the same vibe for it. I mean, the entrance of RMR is to be this place, up straight, and that's the entrance of RMR. Then the next stage actually takes you upstairs, which is on the highway. Supposedly then Alpha decided to go and jump to the office, this office, and then from here sneak in office A into a secure area, which is this one, which will take you to a security area with a lot of traps. This wall will take you exactly to the third one, which is the current one, with the one we just finished. Now, the one I am designing right now is gonna be the option where you go at doing a front attack. So the idea is to make something classy. For example, I was just seeing like some wooden panels in a design like that, which looks really cool, with RMR logo made in some underground light. Oh shit! Thank you so much. Right, so let me backtrack again. Sorry about that. I was having this stuff. So, what's the progress in Zen story? You're gonna be making an attack to the RMR corporate business. This is the plan. So this is the plan that we're having, right? So as always, the two characters the players make a choice. Zan believes in a stealthy way to sneak in inside the office. It could be a good idea, but X-Alpha being X-Alpha prefers to go in a front assault attack. Now, if you are planning to go in a stealth attack, or a stealth, let's say infiltration, he says the best way to go is to going up into the turnpike and then jump into one of the corporate offices, which will take you eventually here. There's gonna be a huge traffic jam, of course, to make something fun. There's gonna be a battle there, and then is the entrance from this office, which is gonna be this. This is the office. As you can see, it's classy, it's stylish. Also, I made a lot of work on this one. I'm pretty satisfied with this one. You know, I made a lot of custom work on this. Then, you know, you sneak in from here. Well, kind of sneak in because you still have to fight, but. And then it's gonna facing up, you know, the corporate area. You know, this is the meeting room. You know, the typical secretary places and stuff. And then you have to go into this clearance area. The clearance area take you to this new room, which I won't spoil you too much, but it's gonna be pretty interesting trying to sneak in here. Enemies are basically security robots and whatnot. And then, from this gate, you're gonna go into the server room, which is a stage you can see what I was doing. Right. Now, if you decide to go in a front attack, let's go backtrack to this one. You will go up forward, all the way into the front gates of RMR. Then you will be in this area. So this is the lobby of the thing. So it's gonna, as I was mentioning, it's was to keeping the design very classy. You know, like panels like this way, or wooden panels like this, extremely classy. A lot of lines, a lot of beautiful. There's some really great designs of front that I've been looking for. Some stuff are pretty cool, some other are a little bit way too much. But in general, you know, wood panels, stuff like this gives a definitely classy vibe. Glass, marble. So very good stuff. So this is like, for example, I like this kind of stone, metals, you know, like that's really very classy. Really reception area, interiors. Right, I will be showing later in Discord what's the idea. So this is a mock-up of how the place of the server room will look with everything mounted. So this is how you're gonna, how it's gonna be looking. Open up the original so you can take a quick look and zoom in a little bit. As you can see, it's all together. Foreground, the lights. We wanted to keep it dim in this view. Design-wise, it's based a lot on the looks of Hitman 3. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Hitman 3, but the style we've been doing is it's like one of very high-tech but super modern style of offices. You know, those very comfortable places were modern. Just realize that the setting of this game, I mean, Zen Story, Streets of Rage 3, Adam's Story, is supposed to be happening right in mid-90s, maybe 1995, 1996, something like this. However, since basically Streets of Rage 3, it's still sci-fi. I mean, the genre is, of course, it's beat 'em up, but it has a huge element of sci-fi. I mean, like humanoid robots who are completely self-aware. That's pretty sci-fi, right? So we wanted to make the offices, especially the interiors, to have a feel of an office in 2021, like any current office will look like. You know, like flat screens or holographic screens with some wireless elements. As you can see, the computers basically are wireless, like most of the modern computers we are using now. So yeah, I mean, despite being this game set more than 20 years ago, we want to give them a modern feel, so we can add a kind of like retro future vibe on it. So this is why the design is. Okay, sure. Lower the volume. Is it better now? Can you hear me better now? Is it better now? Can you hear me better now? Hello? Hello? Let me see. Excellent. Well, so as I was mentioning, the style is retro future. I mean, in some way, it's still, for us, it's our present. I mean, it's 2021, right? And the looks and appearance is definitely of an office that now it's a normal one, but the setting is 1990 something. So, if any person of that time will go in a place like this, it will be like, wow, that's fucking cool, you know, that's so ahead of our time. Wireless stuff, touch screens, holographic screens, like another cool thing, for example, this RMR logo, it's one of those LEDs reflections, so it's pulsating, so it's not just a stamp, it's like a light within the wall. Well, that's the vibe that it gives you. So it's really cool. It's really cool, the idea. We wanted to play with this style. I always wanted to make an office like this. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. So let's get back to work. Let's get into the lobby. As I was mentioning, I want to keep the style, a lot of lighting, but at the same time keep it classic, cool, really environment. Let's first of all, let's expand into this, to the floor. Now, I have some ideas. Sometimes I have to make the decisions by myself because, of course, when I design, nobody comes with me or something. But now that I have some people watching, I would like to ask some questions. Which color would you prefer to have the floor, or which tones would you prefer? Leave me in the comments what kind of what tones would you prefer the colors, if you wanted to keep it in this tone or to change into something else. So this way I can make something. So the idea that I have right now is, this is like it's gonna be here the desk like this with a cool design. I want to put some turnstiles here, like in specific places, and maybe here I will put some I will make some elevator cubicles, like leading to the tower, you know, like most of this. You like this tone? Okay. So what about the other one? Would you prefer this tone, or would you prefer to change into another color? So here's some ideas. As you can see, many places look extremely bright. I like a little bit the warm colors because it's giving very classy feel. Yeah, so here's some ideas for the reception. So here are brighter colors, a lot of lights. So if you have any other ideas, for example, I like this design on this front. I like the white, a white cube light, but with a wooden panel on top of it. I think this is super flashy. I will add definitely some whiter, some white tones. Would you prefer? I was a little bit concerned about this wall, especially this wall. I don't know if it's the right tone. Does it look better, or would you prefer to change this? What do you guys think? One thing is for sure, I always wanted to give this effect of light, you know, like light coming up here. Of course it looks dark because there's nothing in the background yet, but when we are finished, it's gonna be looking some blue sky and stuff. Perhaps what I can do so this area makes sense is to make some windows here to show a garden, and then here is gonna be the entrance. building. In order to justify this sort of, the window lighting coming up, just this area behind can be a garden, So, and then this clearance from this part on is gonna be the real main building. A lighter brown on the walls. Lower the music again. Is it better now? Alright, so as I was mentioning, someone's idea is make the garden. Make a garden which will justify this lighting coming up here, and then the building is going to be there. Maybe we can try some lighter colors here, so I need to get a white palette. A lighter brown. Maybe trying out one of these tones. Let's work on this. Let's make this. Let's work on this one. Let's see how still was advice I would say always start with the light sound. Let's try this now. Not continue. There you go. This is 164. Alright. So now let's make a second lighter then this is 139. Then the next tone. I always work with my palettes. My palettes are very so this is gonna be a little bit darker, so we'll go to this is how it looks like. So this is basically how it will be looking like. Now let's see. What do you guys think? Does it look better now? Should it look better on this tone? What you guys think? Does it feel better? Does it look a little better, guys? What I can do is follow the same style. This is not a large version. Never heard of it. You know, I do be surprised tonight. Smaller things like this. I guess it took me too long, took me all this year to finally start to this stage design. The music's too loud. What about now? Is it better now? Can you hear me better? Oh, put my microphone on. Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me better? Can you guys hear me better? It's better now. Hello, just tell me if you can hear me better now, or if it's the music is still too loud. Make the mic a little bit louder. Alright, give me one little moment. System sound is out. Volume here, let's have a boost. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, testing. Any better now? 1, 2, 3, testing. Is it better now? Excellent. Right. So, let's get back into business. I know you will thinking, oh my god, it's taking forever to make this lines. Trust me, this is what makes the stages to be perfect, each and every of them. So like, you see this? Now what we're gonna do, so we can keep that style, is one line up, the next shade. Voila. Then one line up, the next tone, 59 tone. Voila. There you go. And there you have it. But I still want a darker line. This one. So I'm gonna be grabbing this tone and refill the next part so it will be more consistent. There you go. See? This is the magic. This is the magic how I make stages. You know, I've been doing some streams regarding gaming, but I guess this is the first or the second time I actually show people how I work in some stage design, which is I believe I am a better designer than a gamer, that's for sure. I am a lousy gamer. I mean, my gameplay is usually mediocre at best, but I guess I am a little bit more decent when I design, at least fairly decent. Right, so let's take now a quick look. Now you see the difference of the place. Looks better. Now I think the lines here are getting a little bit loose, you know, especially like cutting off this the wooden panel into this one. This looks very, very flat. How can we solve this little problem? Can you guys guess? How can we make this wall? How can we make this wall make a good separation? This wooden panel from this one. Do you guys have an idea? I will see if you guys have an idea how can I work with that. So maybe you can leave me in the comments. How would you make the separation? Let me just try to rephrase. Let me take good. As you can see, this line looks so cut, but the look is really, I don't know, doesn't look like a good transition. So how would you make a nice difference of this line into the other? Right, so I will show you how. What can we do is to make the last line of this wooden panel or the wooden wall lighter. We're gonna be borrowing the tones on this one. It's a lighter, the lightest tone, and then start to expand on itself. We're going to make one tone lighter. Take a look. Yeah, I know, probably you will think the difference is almost known, right? So this is how it's gonna look. We're gonna make lighter, a lighter, even lighter, and so far, so on. This is 2008, so let's go darker. There you go. So this is going to make a line more decisive, so it doesn't look just like very plain style colors. You will see later when I stop deselecting or getting some out, you will see the final results. Sorry about the noises. Neighbors are always very noisy. Sorry about that. Right. So I've been recoloring this. I take out this one. Ta-da! See? The Smart FPG. No, I use the older one. Now you see this line makes a really nice difference within this wall. So yeah, I guess doesn't look the cut so terrible. Maybe the only thing I can fix is this part looks really ugly. So let's take this tone and fix this. There you go. Now it looks clean. Looking good? You like it? There you go. So this is, let's save this one. And right. So let's go into the next part. I want to make a nice windowsill. It's like one of these big windowsills. And let's keep the same tones for this. I will take out the black colors. So we're gonna be using darker tones for this window. Face is gonna be like this. We select. Let's make it 4 pixels wide. Let's make this window, let's say 160. It's a really nice color. Really nice number for that, for this garden. It's gonna be the garden view. And then another 4 wall, or another 4 wide. There we go. Yes, we all do rain. I mean, when I started, I also started. I mean, my first stages were all of them were, of course, brick system stages. I mean, my first stage, the one I used in Hunter, was Moon Beach from Bare Knuckle Mobile. That was my very first stage let's just have a little remember, just to remember what was my first stage, right? This one was my very first stage I ever mounted in Streets of Rage Remix Sword Maker. As you can see, is just bare knuckle mobile. However, I still made some recoloring, and I made some custom sprites. For example, these ones, these chairs, these lounge chairs, I made them myself. It was my first custom sprite work. Kinda lousy, but it worked. But in general, the whole stage is bare knuckle mobile. It's just the whole stage. And I remember back in the day, the elements for this one were in tiles. I mean, the bare knuckle mobile stages weren't like the ones you just see. I mean, in those times, it was just tiles. Of course, I remember the first one. It was Hunter. This one. This was the very first stage I ever did in my life, and this was more than 10 years ago. And it was the first boss fight, so I wanted to recolor it as well, and I did some recolor. And also, this was my very first animation with some neon lights, and in that moment I knew that they're gonna be doing some cool stuff. I really fell in love with modding. Yeah, I still have Sword Launcher. Of course, this is a really wonderful tool. Yeah, remember? Working Moon Beach definitely was the best. But yeah, this is, I like this this application. It's really nice, and it helps me to manage my work. I have my Palette Man, my Custom Maker, my FPG, Sword Maker, just the regular thing. So yeah. But yeah, this one was basically the very first stage. Then, second one I did. No, it wasn't this one. It was stage 2. The second stage I made was this one. The first version of it was super dirty. This is the arranged version, which of course after I gained more experience doing this, I mean, this is still Frankensteining. I mean, I used elements from King of Fighters. I mean, this is the Monaco stage of 97. This is some other stuff that I've been doing. This is from I guess it was Russian Beach Shura. The palm trees are from 97, King of Fighters 97. A lot of work. There's a lot of custom work. I mean, but once again, it's still Frankenstein. Like this bar, you know, this. So yeah, and then also this stage 2 too. This one was the first version of it. Hey! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have people here. So I was just telling them, Michael here, well, Rain was telling me that, I mean, after so many years I start to do stages more, you know, more on my own, right? But I was showing them that the very first stage I made was this one, Moon Beach, right? The BKM Moon Beach. And then this one, I remember the base of this one was Sailor Moon stage. Everybody used Sailor Moon once in a while, but then when I made the Mod of the Year edition of Hunter, I completely redesigned with more unique stuff. You know, now a proper coffee shop, another fashion show, the same. I started to make some brands that it became staple, from the Hunter series to the Adam Story series, like for example Elite. This one, Elite, is a brand we use for this, right? Then Sound Beach, seafood restaurant. And then Mature also, I mean, based of course from Mature, King of Fighters, also became a brand. it became a brand of for the series. So you will see some mature shops, basically in all the Hunterverse, what you call it that way. Yeah, I know, it's strange, right? You, yes, I call you by your foreign name. I don't know how to call you. You tell me how do you want me to call you. So yeah, this stage was, of course, I made this remix of this one many years later after the first version. The first version was lousy, you know, oversized stuff, and it was a good work for the first time, but it wasn't my best. Definitely it wasn't my best. The same, this arcade, a lot of work. It was funny because we were having all the titles of different arcade games placed together. So yeah, this was horrible in the first version. This stage was horrible in the first version, but then once again, the second one was a lot better. This one the same. I love the music here. Is Elise from the Yakuza. This is Sailorman. This one I didn't change it too much because I guess it was perfect as it was. This one was another custom work, was so-so. This is Chinatown. This also had a lot of work. Hunter was Hunter without a question was my first mod, and I put a lot of love in this one, a lot of love. And the mod of the year version definitely improved a lot of work, but I was still yet to make, yes, the Diddy Crew. Yeah, you got it right. So yeah, a lot of I mean, even at this time I still didn't have too much skills to make more custom work. Nowadays I work definitely to make some more unique things. Like for example here, the base was definitely Mutation Nation. Mutation Nation is was the base for this. I mean the layout for this one. But now, let me check out Mutation. Where's there you go. So now let's take a look. This is the stage as it is. Let's make a compare, right? We'll put them all together so you can take a look. Yeah, the base is basically the same. The floor is the same tone. That's cool. Let's see, maybe we can follow all you. Right, so let's take a quick look. Right, the base on this one, I choose Mutation Nation. I like the style, but I didn't want to make the office to be in classic style. This is a museum, and it's of course all down to shit because the setting is in an apocalyptic place. So I like the place because I like the floor tiles. This is what I choose basically because I love the floor tiles here. So what I did basically was to remove all the filth. I have to clean up all this shit, get rid of this pillars. Basically just the only thing I did was to renew the floor. As you can see, all the tiles are entire and clean. No more debris, no more pieces of rubble, and make a redesign based on places like this for more modern. Yes. I know Mutation Nation was a masterpiece. SNK in those days were doing fantastic work. I mean, as you can see, the details is to die for. Really, I mean, the work they did. I mean, the sprite work, even the rubble, even a stone in the rubble, the shadows. This one is a masterpiece. I have to say, the sprite artists of SNK in the 90s were amazing. They did an amazing work in some stuff like this, right? They did a fantastic job. So this was just my base, but definitely the objective I want to do is at in the end of the day, unless you are too savvy with the stages, probably you wouldn't even see that it's based on certain things. This is the idea that I wanted to do when I make a stage. So let's go back to business. So this is what I want to do. It's gonna be a window panel facing a garden, so that we can justify the light coming up this way, right? Okay, so this is the darkest tone. Remember, we cannot use we cannot use zeros. If you use zeros when you use zeros, you will get a transparency. This is how SwordMaker works. In OpenBore and in Mugen, you use sepias to make transparencies. But in Remake, full zeros are your transparency. So therefore, never use full zeros for your blackest tones. Now I am using some paletting. See, now that I put it darker, you will see here the difference of the colors, right? Sengoku 3 was beautiful. Perhaps the only thing I didn't like for Sengoku 3 was that the angles of the stages were too vertical and sometimes way too much details that make the stages too overcharged. I mean, I'm talking about the stage design wise. Let's take a quick look. If I have, there you go. So let's take a quick look. I mean, what is my gripe with the designs of Sengoku, right? So see, this is the problem that I have with the design. Number one, the angle. It's 45 degrees, which isn't so bad, but it looks too angular, especially for a game in that time. Now, my issue is so many colors. I mean, too many. It looks so different, you know. So all the palette is all over the place. So when you see it, the stage looks overcharged, too overloaded. Now, if you compare this to Mutation Nation style, let's say, let's go back to Mutation Nation just to as a comparison, right? So let's say this stage. Now, for example, there's some what I like from the art direction compared with Sengoku 3 is, I mean, here you use this a lot of work because you want to give an example to be marble, right? This is not marble, so looks overcharged. Even I guess it's way too much. It's all over the place. Now, for example, walls. Some areas are clean. One very basic colors. You use a lot only this tone of spriting just to give an idea that this is like decayed. You know, like the floor, the surfaces are rubbed. And same, these drawings is to show decay, you know, like cracks, paintings, you know, fade out. But in general, the work is cleaner. I mean, you see the style of everything, I mean, it's clean. You remove this, and you will get the idea that the wall is smooth and it's new. the same. You remove these pixels and get rid of the cracks, and then you will make the idea that these pillars are new. Collision maps. No, I don't work right now in this department. Right now I'm just going to do stage design because this is what we have right now. I mean, this is what I have in my stuff. This is not a tutorial, once again, this is just to show how I am working with stuff, that's it. But not really a tutorial. Let's finish this window. I want to make the window like one of those gigantic ones. You know, one single panel. Not. I don't want to make it to just one single panel. Maybe it looks very classy. Just one. Alright. Next one. Let's make this next wall. I want to keep this. Well, what can we do to make it look some cool designs? We grab this wooden panel, but only one. This is a layer for this, and then just paste it here. There you go. So what we're gonna do is grab this, grab a darker tone, which is gonna be this one, to give some depth. Make the line, refill, and make an extension here, because we are. And I made a little mistake. I pick up the wrong panel. Anyways, we merge, and then we choose this tone, and refill this. Ta-da! Very simple, very easy. Alright, look, yeah, I mean, Natty is the one who works in the, let's say, in the department of designing the collision maps. So maybe if she wants, maybe she can do a stream for that, but hey, you know, that's not my responsibility. Now this part, let's make 2 panels of concrete wall. So this is the wooden panel. Let me see the sizes. It's gonna be 45. No, I like even numbers. Let's make it 46. So 46 times 2 equals, calculate 46 times 2. Let's make it 92. So what we do, let me regroup. RMR. Yeah, I forgot to rename my layers. I love to always work. Let's use this. So it's gonna be 92. Let's pick a color. This tone. It's gonna be 92 on width. There you go. Refill.
Yeah, I know. When you say it like that, makes no sense. Why don't you use Rain? Why don't you use Audacity? Audacity is one of the best. It's a really nice platform to make conversion in OGG. This one, Audacity is definitely. This is a very nice program to do conversion. Try Audacity. This is definitely one of the best ones. Sounded it just for free, and it's very so. Here, just import and export. You know, you have the files. You can export them OGG, and you don't lose quality. The quality is still pretty solid. I highly recommend Audacity. Well, for example, she has Vegas, right? But I mean, if you have another option, definitely I would recommend Audacity. It's like I don't know. I mean, it's like some people. I mean, some people prefer like many people were saying, "Oh my God, you're working in Photoshop." No, did you pay for a shot of Photoshop and stuff? But for other people use another. I don't know. They use Airfan or other programs, right? It's not that I don't have any issues with that myself, but for me, I mean, I am an actually graphic designer. I mean, I study graphic design. That's my major in college. So for me, I like this one because it's very. I mean, I got used to it, and not to mention, every new version of Photoshop has really better tools, and especially for me that I work in pixel art. It helps me a lot with dimensions to move layers in a proper way. So I definitely like better. I like better Photoshop. There you go. As you can see, now we have a really nice wall. How old was I when I made Hunter? Well, I am 43 years old, so I started maybe around 32. I don't know, it was 2009, 2010, I believe. For example, GIMP, right? They were saying that GIMP was a really cool version. I was trying for some conversion myself, but I heard the newer version of GIMP were getting shittier and shittier and shittier. Whereas Photoshop, it became better and better and better and better. I mean, well, at least from my point of view, right? Scratch this here. Well, that sucks. So let's make the same layers as the one before. So let's copy the colors here from the background wall. I like these tones. They look classy. You know what? Many people has the idea, right? When working out on stuff like this, Photoshop, you need to configure some stuff from Photoshop. This is one of the shit that I didn't know when I was starting up, especially when I was making Hunter. Like, for example, if you just put the defaults, like, you see how I was able to expand this layer, right? When you resize these layers in the default version, the colors get fucked. But here, I mean, if you do some configuration, the colors are solid, are still keeping the same number. The idea of everything is to keep your RGBs to be on the same spot, to work on a palette. I guess that's my secret. That's the secret for a good to have a good, make a good stage, a stage that looks good, that looks classy, that looks, that you want to give an old school vibe, but still make it look, you know, clean. What I like on my stages is they should look clean. I like cleanliness on my designs. Definitely, this is one of the things I prefer to work. Is it has to be clean. I don't like dirty colors. I don't like to work with tones who are way too dirty. And this is when I was designing Hunter, because you know bad resizing, you know, pixel working, so I didn't have a solid palette, and so palette was shit, as in not really liking what I was doing at that time. So yeah, I don't. This is why even configuring Photoshop, it's a trick. It really has a trick. You need a trick to have the configurations, especially the size, for example. Your mode is okay. I don't know, like, let's say it's in the preferences. The way to prevent getting stuff, for example, in image interpolation. This is preserve hand edge. This is the way that will keep the same color. This is the shit that is the most important thing, especially resizing when you are putting all the stuff nearest neighbor. It is the way you have to do this. This is the best way. This is the number one. Number two, when you are doing refill, you have to make sure that it's 100% and no tolerance and no anti-alias. This is the way when you color a cube. Let's give you an example. It looks like really as it is. Everything on this cube is in the same color. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say you want to use anti-alias. The color will change. I know, because this is zero. The tolerance is better. Let me just let's go back to this. But let's say if I have a higher tolerance, let's say 50% tolerance, right? So let's highlight this. But let's say you want to bring it will be changing. The palette will be completely different. Don't use that. It could be zero tolerance, zero lines. It's not a good idea. So yeah, this is how I work. This is basically some of the stuff that I've been working on. Now this wall, I want to make something cool. Let's see. Yeah, really cool. 11 panels. 11-year-old, right? How old are you right now? How old are you? Thinking what could be a good idea for design. This looks cool. I like this. But green, I guess something looks so nice if I put some green. But what do you think? What would you think if this wall would have some bushes? This is a rather interesting idea. Like garden style. Oh, no wonder. Now I see what's going on. Pretty young. I kind of students about your age when I teach them English or Spanish. Nice. 13-year-old. No, that makes sense. That's why I like this bushery and stuff. I guess in Hitman I also saw this style. No wonder. I am 30 years older than you. I see. You're a 13-year-old. That's great. Well, I don't know. I mean, Rain, what would you like to study when you grow up? I mean, what kind of what would you prefer to design? Have you ever thought about what do you want to be when you grow up? You were in kindergarten when you played. Wow, who taught you how to play Streets of Rage? That's very sweet. You're very young. That's really nice. It's good to see some young players. I'm still not sure what can I use for this wall. You know what? I like this style. I love this style on the wall. I like this. I really like this. Let me open this in a new tab. You know, I always like, you know, all this style of. What do you guys think? I always like this style. I want to make a texture like this in this wall. What do you guys think? I like this. I definitely like this. And I like the lighting coming up here. So maybe what I could do, can I have some lighting coming up this way? And I have the same rugged up style wall. What do you guys think? No, but I'm talking about as a major, as in, what do you want to study in college, Brain? Because, yeah, definitely. I'm positive that this is, without a question, one of the best ways to. The best way to do is to become a. I mean, does somebody start to have a kindergarten play Streets of Rage? That's freaking awesome. I want to make some of my students to start to play also Streets of Rage. Synthwave, because I mean, if you become a designer, I mean, as in graphic design or an architect or something, that could be freaking cool. Well, I don't know, but no. Anyway, for example, I am a graphic designer. I mean, that's my major in college. But in the end, I only use graphic design for my hobbies, which is stage design, right? My real job is as teacher and translator. I mean, I speak both English and Spanish fluently, so this is what is my job. But I prefer to use my designing style for this, which is some sort of job. I mean, I got a couple of gigs getting paid by this. That's why I also am upgrading my skills. Hey, Alan! How's it going, buddy? I play Streets of Rage for the first time when it was released in 1990 something, 1992. Remember, I didn't have a Genesis at the time, and I was very deep into Final Fight. I was playing Final Fight at that time, and when I was playing Final Fight, of course I love beat 'em ups. I mean, I used to play Double Dragon. Double Dragon 2 was my very first beat 'em up. So I was a big fan of beat 'em ups. When I saw Final Fight, for me was like, wow, this is definite beat 'em up. And then one day in the arcades, because I was very popular in the arcades, I used to play a lot. A friend of mine told me, you know what? I just found a game that is even better than Final Fight. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Nothing is better than Final Fight. And he was like, no, let me show you. Come to my house. I just bought it. It's called Streets of Rage. Alright, let's go and take a look. So we went, I went to his place. And he set up his Genesis in an audio system. I mean, he hooked up his speakers on his room. Because he says, now, when you play this game, you have to play it on this setup. You need to put these speakers. I'm like, why? What's so special? You will see. In that moment, he played No, 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 no. I want the intro. No, it's no fight on the street. And the first one, of course, was the intro. This is started to sound in his speakers. When I listened this in 2 speakers, I was in love. I knew, even now I have goosebumps. My skin is crawling because the sound was so perfect. Gorgeous music. This is some fantastic. This takes me the very first time I listened to this. I was enthralled. It's been 30 years and I still feel goosebumps when I listen and I see this. Fantastic. Fantastic. Nothing less than fantastic. This was the very first impression I had. Graphic wise, I don't believe it was superior than Final Fight because Final Fight was Final Fight. But if one thing made a Streets of Rage the beauty that it is right now, is the music. Is the music, the ambient. It was ambiental. It gave the really guys environment to the places. I mean, if you compare graphics of what was Final Fight even on the Super NES, it's still superior. But and also even the characters, right? I mean, the Galcias and stuff was very similar guys, so sprites were smaller, but still the environment and the feel that Streets of Rage 1 had for me was what made me a winner. And I was like, wow, it's not better than Final Fight, but definitely it's still epic. And I still fell in love with it, and yeah, since then I was a big fan. This is against popular opinion, right? I mean, everybody thinks Streets of Rage 2 was the best game of the series. For me, I mean, in style and in ambient, I prefer Streets of Rage 1. But gameplay wise, for me, I guess the best the best feel was Streets of Rage 3. For me, I believe it was the best thing regarding, visuals. I mean, not visuals too much because it's still okay. But it's still okay. But as in gameplay, I mean, running, the switching, like blitz attacks, more dynamic game, faster. This is what I really enjoyed more. Streets of Rage 3. I mean, if you tell me, Streets of Rage 3 and Bare Knuckle 3 were really good stuff. Were really, really good games for its time. And I know many people will think, I know, what are you talking about? Streets of Rage 2 was fine. Yeah, it was fine. Don't get me wrong. I still believe it's still a great game. But definitely not the best. And to be honest, I don't even think it did age well. I don't believe Streets of Rage 2 age well. Now that I've been playing, I feel slow. I mean, I've been playing Streets of Rage 3, especially remake, Even Streets of Rage 4, I still feel though it's not that great. When I try to play again Streets of Rage 2, feels too slow, man. I don't know. I couldn't really enjoy it that much. Not as it used to be, really. I don't think it aged well. It's too slow for me. And even if I am playing with Max, which is one of my main characters, I don't feel it aged that well. Why you don't like Streets of Rage 3, Rain? So let me know what's the reason you really don't feel Streets of Rage 3 is your bag. Why you don't like it? What we're doing right now, if you wonder what the fuck am I doing, I am doing this sort of lighting, this kind of lighting. So from the walls, we're going to be using some gradients to use this vibe. So if that's what you're wondering, what the fuck am I doing, this is what I'm doing right now. And this is my palette base for this tone. I like this one. I really like this palette, so I'm using the same tone. As you can see, it's getting there. Hold on a second. Let's do something. It's still too light here. I mean, the tone is not so big. So let's just one more. There you go. So yeah, I mean, as I said, Streets of Rage 2 is still fine. I mean, it's still a great game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't like. I mean, that I don't like Streets of Rage 2. I enjoy it by its time. It was still a really solid game, but it wasn't the best. For me, it wasn't the best. Yeah, if you realized that precisely, I mean, is you see how there you go. There's the gradient. Looks nice, huh? I think it looks nice. It really looks like there's some underground ceiling. What do you guys think? Looks good, huh? Like, see these lights? Really fine. And then you see this. Looks cool. I wanna see. I wanna start to do this route style. I will see. Let me show you. Let me put some background music. Which music? What would you? What do you guys want me to play right now? Tell me what kind of music would you like to put in the background? Alright, I respect your opinion, definitely. Okay, so this is a pretty solid opinion. I have to give that to you. Yeah, I give that to you. Alright, so which music do you want me to go for right now? So we don't just have silence here. Alright, let's work. This is 102. Alright, so let's make a darker color, the 88. Raindrops keep falling. Yeah, raindrop, that's what's falling right now on. Probably you were wondering what the fuck am I doing. I'm going to do an effect based on this. So it's gonna be a little bit like that. I'm gonna be mixing up mix and match of colors, you will see. So there's gotta be manual. Electric fountain. Alright, let's play some. This song is called Karma, by the way. And I love Karma. Let's make a playlist. I remember we used this one in Adam's story in Fancy Street. Great track. Electric Fountain is one of my favorite stages on Tekken 6. Music is fantastic, the place is gorgeous, the music is too. Really, you know. Let's do something. So, because it's a big tile, this is what we're gonna do. Let's make a little trick. Let's take this sample. Right? Let's make this effect. Right? You will say, wow, it does still look shitty. Wait a second. You got this. Get this higher tone. Sprinkle a bit more. Yeah, I know it still looks weird. Then, what's the darkest? This is 102, and then 73. Oh, 73. Let's go with it, 73. And then right. So what we're gonna do? Grab, copy, paste. There you go. There you go, baby. And we got ourselves texture. Maybe I want... You know what? I will get rid of the higher tones. Just make it like that. Where is it? There you go. So this is how sometimes I work in certain textures. I made a sample, I work on this, I experiment, and sometimes, so they don't look like a copy paste, I just invert, so they don't look exactly the same. Looks a little bit more different. So what we do again, Alt C V, grab it again. And there you go. And I have a wall texture. See? The beauty of design. So now it's a little bit harder since I made vertical. It's difficult to find a pattern, so it looks... This is how you make a pattern like this. It looks cool, right? This isn't probably as fine as this, but hey, what I can do is... Seriously, it looks first like shit, but this is how we're gonna be experimenting with tones. There you go. So we got a wall with some patterns. Ah, this song is Your Sunset. This song is Your Sunset, and it's from Tekken Tech Tournament 2. this is when you are customizing your character, and it's a great track. So slow, powerful, well paced. I mean, so yeah, many people like this playstyle. I like fast. I like on the face. I like more powerful approach as well. I mean, that's why I prefer definitely Streets of Rage remake or 3 over 2. Yes, this is called Your Sunset. Beautiful track. Alright, I guess this world looks fine as it is, so what do you guys think? Let's take a look. What do you guys think? Yeah, cool. Glad you like it. I guess this office is looking really good. Let me save before anything, because fuck me, sometimes I forgot. Looks great. Cool. Right. Next up, what should I go first? Should I do the front desk, or should I go for the elevator cubicles? What would you like me to go for? This is the first time I'm doing some, like doing a live transmission, about game design. This is and also at the same time talking to guys, talking about beat 'em ups or game music and stuff. Elevator, okay. What do you guys other think? Elevator or front desk? Front table, okay. 1-on-1. We have 1-1. Alright, leave in the comments. How do you guys go? What go? Front desk or elevator? Desk, then elevator. Alright, 2-1. Sorry guys, let's go with the front desk. As I was mentioning, there's a very cool front desk. This one. I want to use this style. White cube with a wooden panel. Well, yeah, I mean, I was going to do that, and then I'll just ask Netiquette. Should I, should I do the live stream when I am designing? Should I? Right? Why not? I'm like, sure. So I give it a go, and here I am. Right, so let's go into this style. Now let's use, I really like the feel, white over a wooden panel, and I guess white will be a really nice, a nice change of colors here. So let's pick up this part. Let's see. Oh, before anything, we need, when it's like this, we need an enemy. Never heard that mix before. So you go, pick up an enemy. Let's say, Galska is what I have here. You pick him up. And you place it in your stage. Why, as I was mentioning, why do you place a character in the stage? You put a character in the stage because you need to measure the elements of it. I mean, for example, I want to make a desk, front desk, right? So we have to measure that it's under the proportions of a Streets of Rage character. So if we consider if you would be behind, this could be a nice size. So it's gonna be 48 height. Yeah, let's put it 48 pixels, right? Let me get a good tone of colors. One of the things, I mean, since I no longer do, I try not to use, how can I say? I try not to use like too much Frankensteining, but I still like to use the palettes from other games. So let's put an off-white. This is a good off-white. This is 184. So this is what we do. We go, fill it, cut it, make a new layer. This is gonna be a placeholder, Gaussian placeholder. Once again, this is for proportion. See, now number 2 is gonna be the front desk, and that big ass cube is what it's gonna be doing. The size of it. I never heard this mix before. Oh, this is Super Smash Bros. This is not a bad mix, but I prefer the original one. I prefer the original Karma. I prefer the original one, but it's still a good mix. It's still a good mix. Right. So let's get into it. We have the cube, right? Now a darker tone for this. Shit. Could be this tone. 120 is way too dark. So always the beautiful thing about the working with when you're working with different tones is try always to fill in 8-bit colors. So try to be thinking in 8-bit colors. 152 is a good one. This will give a really nice vibe. So let's use this. I will show you a nice trick. I will just show you a nice trick how to make easier one. So you will choose this and then we'll just move the layer 2 pixels up. You reselect 2 more, 2 pixels more up, pixel 1, 2 pixel ups more up, pixel 1, pixel ups more, and so far, and so on. There you go! As you can see now, it's more cube based. Let's just lower it a bit. There you have it. I need one more. This is how you start to make some elements. Remember, one thing when you're playing this, pay attention. You have to respect. You have to respect the angle of your horizon. This is a 2 pixel angle. So you have to make sure that all the elements are 2 pixels long. Otherwise it will look like shit. A lot of this is when you'd realize a lot of shit was being Frankensteined because they don't follow the same angle. Beat 'em ups are especially like that. Some mods, they put some stuff in very weird positions and they look like shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. I am not a big fan of Sonic art, but this makes it cool, and this guy can sing, and he sings like Michael Jackson. Actually, he has a vibe of Michael Jackson. This guy. Perspective has to be consistent. That's right. Now, when I was studying design, let me give you a little background on one-on-one how to work on design, on what you call it, punto de fuga. No, like there's a line. This is the first line of horizon, right? So you get your horizon. Where's gonna be the horizon? It's gonna be probably on this one, right? Maybe here, or maybe even higher. Because in the end, you will realize that the angle here is going this way, right? So if you put this point and these 2 points, the real line of the horizon is here. So basically, maybe the horizon is here. As you can see, the upper wall is following the same style. If this could be a fighting game, these lines, all the lines here, should be convergent on this point, on the point here, when you see here, all the lines should be convergent here to have the best perspective, if it could be a central perspective. Now, the thing about this is a beat 'em up, so usually keep walking. So it's not like in a Street Fighter or in a 3D environment that it's gonna be, it's more gonna be a central. I mean, the floor gonna be still moving in stuff like this. No. So the only way you're gonna be working is only in a line like this. So the upper lines, the upper parts, you still have to follow one point. So this is basically how to work in perspective. It's not exactly perfect, but at least, I mean, I just wanted to prove a point. So how the window still has this angle and this one's going up, because the point should be around this area. Therefore, you have to respect the best you can this angle and this angle. Basically, you have to respect that the horizon is here. The horizon is going to be here. This is the sky and this is the earth. So you can respect this angle. Right, let's keep working. Okay, so we have the first part of the cube. Let me pick up the sample. The surface is gonna be orangish. Let's use the same tone with this one. I like the tone of the floor, which is also can be wood if done correctly. So what you're gonna do? You grab and refill this. Boom. There you go. No, fuck me. I did it in the Gaussian layer. Fuck me, I'm a moron. Alright, fuck this. It's in the layer 2. Let me rename it. So, there you go. You put it. Now it's behind Gaussian. And let me rename this shit. It's gonna be desk. Yes, the angle has to be consistent above the floor. Alright. Exactly, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. It's a constant line as a moving point across the entire scene. That's the way it should be. Alright, so what we do, we fill this up, and then we need the front, this part also to be consistent. So what we do, pick up 2 pixels, cut, 2 pixels, cut, 2 pixels, cut, and da 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 da. And there you have it, boys. We have the first cube of the. Now we're gonna do something. As you remember, you see this is a darker gray tone. So what we're gonna do We grab this gray, and we're gonna do something. We select in a contiguous way this part. We respect it. Move the selection. This and then reveal. There you go. Now we do the next one. This is 3240. Let me see if it's. See, this is 32. Let's make it 64. No, it's 2. So what we're gonna do is 32. Let's make 56. 56 is a really nice tone. Not too bright, not too hard, not too bright. You feel it? There you go. We have this, but I believe now it's too tall. What you do? Let's say 6 pixels. Fuck them. Cut. Move. Paste. There you go. Now we just align it to the floor so they can look cool. There you have it. Sailor Moon's design, without a question, is one of the best graphics of its time. I mean, for the time, Sailor Moon is a masterpiece. It's I have to say, Sailor Moon Arcade, despite being a lousy game, it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. The palettes are fantastic. Look at the details of the bushes, the windows, even just the reflection of the windows. How many palettes work on this one? They separated in each, certain elements. I mean, if you see that, certain elements are separated so you can fix them up and put them all together. The use of palettes to give texture. It was a masterpiece. This is why many people use it, because this is one of the best game designs for stage ever. It's a shame that the gameplay is a little bit lousy and the music is crap, but design wise, it's a masterpiece. Look at this. The cars look crisp, look clean. It's a masterpiece, without a question. I love the textures of the walls. The walls have a pretty nice texture. Nice work. Look at this. Stage 2, this is the one I guess we all ever use this. Look at the walls. Look at the stone. The stone work is fantastic. This texture, this one, you can sense the feel. You can sense the feel of this grain, the grain of the wall. Right? And it doesn't look all over the place. It's still pretty classy, pretty stylish. Yeah, all of us look at this, the style of this one. It's fantastic. Right, it's a problem. But yeah, I guess this is why there's a lot of people use this one, because graphic-wise, it's a masterpiece. Just look at these breaks. The details, these breaks, different tones, different colors. This is some of the shit I want to do as I grew up as a designer, as a game designer. I want to reach the point that I can make stages look like that, textures like that. To do shit like this. Look at this mailbox. It's fucking amazing. Graphic-wise, Sailor Moon is a masterpiece. I still believe it's a masterpiece. And yeah, I guess that's once again because first of all, they were very easy to get. You could get these assets anywhere. That's number one. And number two is because They're simply awesome. They're clean. They're really clean assets. All right, let's get back to work. Now, so we were saying this part. Of course, this is, you need to put shadow. Pick up this color. And let's make something darker. This is 4048. So let's make something darker. Let's make 24. 24. It's a really nice color. What are you gonna do? Touch this one. Put it a little bit, maybe 2 pixels, 2 pixels. There you go. That's a shadow. There. Pick up again this. Grab. No, not enough. And color this. There you go. Now it looks like a shadow. I guess this is too dark. Hold on a second. Let's make you know what, I'll make it 32. It's too dark. There you go, this is better. Like 1 in the morning. What time is where you at right now, Rain? What time is there? What time is it there? What we're gonna do here? An off-white tone here. Same here. And then even a higher tone of white. This one. Or one small dot. This is 184. This is 152. No, it looks too white. I don't like that. Or what can we do? Let me see. Let me think. It's at 172. So yeah, because it's too light for this part. No, fuck me. There you go. Now it has 7 p.m. Yeah, same as here. So you're in the same time as me. Oh man, well of course you should sleep a little bit earlier. You know, you're still too young. I mean, sleep late for old farts like me. I have been designing shit until, I don't know, maybe until 5 in the morning, sometimes 6 in the morning. But hey, I'm a grown up and I am a night person, so maybe that's why. Hey, you're still young, man. Try to take care of your body. Yeah, I guess this is the best advice I can tell you. Take care of your body. Try to sleep early now that you can have a good rest. Unless you're an artist, only artists can really prefer to sleep late at night. Try to take care of your body. Now, even though you're young, it's even better to have good sleep. Right, so now we have the off-white part. We have right now the main part of the desk. Still doesn't look as much, but I guess we're getting there, right? Let's tune this higher tone to give depth to the desk. And then it's gonna be the wooden part, which is gonna be, I think, more interesting, right? There you go. So now we have the front desk. What do you guys think? It looks good, or? So let's see, this is gonna be compared to this one. Oh, poolside. This is the sexiest track ever. Alright, so this is a comparison. What do you guys think? I mean, this is the base right now. We have the base, I think he's getting there. Dun, dun. You know what, I guess this part better doing with this tone of colors. I guess better to move the darker part of this. Better, no? Right, okay. So now let's go to the cool part. This, the wooden panel. Shit, we have to work in wooden panels. So how are we going to make this magic? It's better to make it in a second layer. Let's make a sense of 32. No. Let's say 42. So it should be around here. Right? That could be cool. Alright. So this is gonna be get the wood. I have a wood. I don't know, that looks let's keep using the same tone. Fortunately this kind of tones are good for wood. Let's put this as a base. So let's make it in another layer. With another layer it's a lot easier to work. You cut, you paste. I remember I used wooden panels in another mod. So let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have to divide this in 9. And then let's say a 10. 42 divided by 9. Let's see. No, fuck this, no. So I have to get a better so I have to get 9 times 3 is 27. No. 9 times 4. 36. No, it's too much. 9 times 5. 45. Alright. I guess I can do this. Let's make it 45. This is I use poolside precisely, the original poolside design. I use it in Hunter. So, there you go. Now it's 45. Now we can divide this into 5 pixels. Yes. New game, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Alright, so we have already 9 layers. Let's just separate the colors. It's gonna be every 5 pixels, right? So this is just for reference. Use different tones just to measure. Then we can use more details later on. Fine. Once again, this is just for reference. Is it the same tone? Let me go back. I love this song. Bullseye is without question one of my all-time favorite Tekken tracks. Oh, it's the same tone. Okay, so these are the 9 tones. King of Fighters All Stars was really great. I was playing for a little bit and it was fun, but somehow grew bored of it. And not to mention that suddenly this stopped working. It just simply stopped working for me. I just didn't want to work anymore. And that's it. I uninstalled it because I don't want to work in my phones anymore. That's the end of it. I don't want to bother with that game anymore. That's it. That's the end of it. But I still play King of Fighters 98 online. That's definitely a lot better game. I guess a lot more strategy, a lot more feel. So it's been playing for many years. That one. Let's get this wood. Rugal theme. I love this track. Kachaku R&D. I love this track. I love this track. I love this. This is powerful. Rugal Bernstein in all its might and power. This is how I'm working right now in the wooden panels. As you can see, we got different tones. We just start to give them the wood, little wood feel. So it looks like panels, right? Yeah, this is... Hey Asian, how's it going? Glad to have you here. Yeah, this is Kachaku and the Rugal Bernstein theme. Hell yeah. Masterpiece. So today we are doing a little bit of stage design. getting the panel feeling. Well, this stage, this is for Zen Story. This is a mod where I'm working right now with Natty Cat here. So this is called Zen Story. It's another follow-up to the stories of Adam's Story and Streets of Rage 3. I mean, that lore. Right now we're going to do a little bit of the state design based on that, and that's it. Yeah, this is that's where we are up to. So right now it's a lobby of an office called RMR, and I am making a desk based on this shit, on this desk. As you can see, the style is based on that. So this is basically the style of this. This is what I'm working with. That's basically a prequel of Streets of Rage 3 from the point of view Zen. Yeah, that's it. Right, so yep, this is a trick. Once again, we're working on different tricks. So we're making wooden panels of different tones placed all together. It's tricky, but I guess it might work. Okie dokie. A darker tone. Sorry. I almost fucked up. There. Darker. What we use? A lighter tone. What else? Get it there. Get tired. Dr. Zero. Dr. Zero. That's right. That's right, bitch. That's right. This part. I guess I'm heading in the right direction. I hope. What do you guys think? Is it looking good? There you go. Alright. This is looking good. Let's keep this one right, and then let's close this dark tone. The cool thing about working with this wooden panel, we can make it nice mix and match. Like this is one a little bit light. You can choose either to make it light, with a lighter tone or with a darker tone. So let's make this one with a dark tone. There's no lighter. This still has to be dark. There you go. I guess it's looking better a little bit. Right, so what you guys been up to recently, guys? Let me know what you've been doing so far. Oh, this is good. This is a good theme. Yeah, looking cool. I guess it's looking good. Oof. Let me tell you guys, sometimes just making State of Shine is a little bit tired. A little bit tiresome. Hey. There we go. Just using tricks, color, to use tricks like this and mix and match. Right. It will get an understand version of the server box. Oh yes, reminds me later on to work on the I need to work on the camera overlay, to do the camera overlay for you. Just remind me that before anything, right? So I can do that for you. So we can do it from the side. Yeah, you just remind me that doing that. This one. What do you guys think? Is it good? Looking good? The wood overlay looks cool. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Right. Okay. Looking good, I guess. Do another one. This one. With a lighter tone. All right, if you're going to live, okay, right. Good luck. You just enjoy your. I hope you have a good time during your stream. If I finish doing the sub, I'll catch up with you later. Then, looking good. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that. Right, if you guys want to watch some games, you can go and take a quick look at what's Vince up to, and I'll just take a quick look at that, or stay here and watch paint dry. Whatever you guys feel like doing, it's okay, it's all good. Okie dokie. Dual wheel streams, that could be fun. It's tricky to do all these parts of wooden style. It's quite tricky actually. So they still look consistent. I guess this is Tekken 7's music. That's it. This is Mesh. I'm still not really fan. I guess from all those Tekken music, I guess my least favorite, is Tekken 7's. I couldn't really feel it. I love Tekken music overall. I've been using this for many mods. I've been using Tekken music all time, but I couldn't get to like the Tekken 7 music. It's way too noisy for me. There's a couple of good tracks even there, but still definitely not my favorite Tekken music. Not really that much. I couldn't feel it as much. Say Tekken 3, even Tekken 2, which wasn't as great, still had really good music. Still fantastic music, Tekken 2. But no, Tekken 7 is way too noisy for me. Not too much style. Too much noise, very little style. But once again, that's me. Whatever I think probably might be irrelevant anyway. It still was my thing. I remember Herbie was using some tracks in Tekken 7 in the last mod we made, and somehow it worked. It wasn't half bad. Because perhaps we choose not so crazy sounding music. Or some of the boss fights, right? So it wasn't still alright, but not really feeling too much Tekken 7's music. Not really my vibe. Okay, wow, just getting these textures. Tired for me, but it's working. At least it's working. Right. I guess I'm losing some audience. It's fine. I love this track. This is actually my alarm clock, Kazuya's theme. something beautiful. Let me see how it's looking. Hey! You know what? From far away it looks a lot better. What do you guys think? Hey, let me make some comparison. What do you guys think? It's getting there, isn't it? Save game file. Yeah, sure. You've been playing a lot this recently, haven't you? Hey, still, I guess it's working good. I mean, it's looking nice in comparison. Still try to give my own twist, but basically just having different boards of different tones all together, I guess, is a really nice line. Yes, exactly. When you do too close, probably will take too much. But when you just zoom out and see all the stuff together, yeah, it makes sense. There you go. I almost done. Zoom out to regain sanity. True that, true that. Trust me, when I am working like that, yes, I feel the same fire. When you see them like, oh my god, even my eyes get tired. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Okay, let's see. There you go. Look at this wood panel. Fuck me, it looks even great. It looks fantastic, I have to say. Oh, me too. Looks cool, I like it. I like this panel. I have to save before any shit happens. Alright. I guess we are on to something. Right, so we're gonna be using the upper part. That's gonna be easy. Which is a darker color. Make a line. Then we use so, and we have this shape. So when we're gonna be mounted, it's gonna be something like that. Right, alright, it's getting there, it's getting there. I'm really hyped for this. It's looking good. Okay, so now let's see. Let me take a quick look. It's gonna be a lighter or darker? It's gonna be darker. This is one of the things. take that afterwards. Just like another one. Closing it. Refill. Take it. There you go. Getting shape. It's getting shape. It's getting shape. We are onto something, people. We are onto something. We got this part. Refill it. Right, and then we just cut. Just trim this part. One, two, three. And we have the wooden panel, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Great. I mean, if I can say so myself, looking great. I can say so myself, I guess I am onto something. What do you guys think? I guess also to keep so it doesn't look so cut out. Let's work up on the colors. Make it lighter. There you go. See how the panels have that? Fuck these. I am liking what I'm seeing. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. I need a little touch of gray here. Alright, I guess we got it, baby. Let's take a comparison. Fuck me, I was able to replicate this desk. Maybe I used too many, it's a little bit downer than this part, I mean this and this, but I still think it looks fine considering these are 9 panels. Unless I reduce this panel, but no, I still believe it still looks good as it is. What do you guys think? I guess like this looks fantastic. I don't know what you guys think, but I believe this looks great as it is. What do you guys think? Yeah, I see a heart, which means they like it. Let me see, let's take a look at the whole picture. Alright. I guess a modern place It's... Hey, Herbie boy! How's it going, my boy? How's it going? Glad you made it to the little stream. Today is a very special stream. We were talking about just design, and we were not playing this time. We're showing a little bit of game design, so been doing some work. How long we've been doing this? I don't know, for a little while. But hey, you know, we're making this lobby. We have really good upgrades so far. We've been doing, and now we replicate this desk. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. I really like it. Yeah. We were working on this shit. Right. Okay, guys. I'm gonna take a quick break. We all know it's been working a lot. Yeah, that's good to see. Also, I've seen that you've been working on some stuff, Herbie boy. Maybe later on you can show me what you're up to and see what's going on. Right? That could be cool. I'm going to take a little break, and I'll be back later. If you guys still want to see me designing, maybe you guys can tune in. Otherwise, well, I don't know, whatever. Regardless, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll be... Alright, if you need some help, let me know. You know that I always can support you, heavy boy. It's good to see you. Right, I'm gonna have a break. I'll be back later on. And thank you guys for tuning in. So stay classy. I'll be back.